Bonjour, good morning students. On va finir la leçon numéro 4 avec la traduction de cette leçon. So we already learned the grammar parts, isn't it? So the interrogation form, the negative form with C using yes. Okay, so now we are going to go into the translation, the dialogue translation of this lesson. So la traduction. So the topic is Kalu est malade. So Kalu is sick. Okay, so I am going to read in French, then I am going to explain you in English. Okay, Kalu, le chien d'Anish est malade. Anish téléphone à son ami Manuel. Okay, so the dog of Kalu is sick. So next, Anish is calling his friend Manuel. Okay, so they have a conversation on the telephone. So I am going to start the conversation between Anish and Manuel. Allô Manuel. Allô Anish, ça va? Pas très bien. Mon chien Kalu est malade. Qu'est-ce qu'il a? Mange-t-il bien? Non, il ne mange pas. Il ne se lève pas et il a froid. Oh, il faut amener Kalu chez le vétérinaire. Il y a un bon vétérinaire, un très bon vétérinaire près de ma maison. D'accord, je viens tout de suite. So I'm going to explain you first this passage. Okay, so hello Manuel, Anish is calling Manuel, his friend Manuel. Hello Manuel. Hello Anish, that side Anish is answering. Hello Anish. Ça va? Are you fine? Not bad. Pas très bien, not well. My dog Kalu is sick. Qu'est-ce qu'il a? What is having? Mange-t-il bien? Did he eat well? No. He did not eat, he did not wake up and he is feeling cold. Il a froid, they feel cold. Okay? Oh, you have to take him to the veterinary doctor. Okay? So, il faut emmener Kalu chez le vétérinaire. Chez le vétérinaire means to the veterinary doctor hospital. Il y a un très bon vétérinaire près de ma maison. So there is a good veterinary doctor nearby my house. Okay, I am coming soon. Je viens tout de suite. So this passage is on the telephone call. Now Anish is going to meet the doctor, the veterinary doctor. Okay, the incident took in the veterinary hospital. So, chez le vétérinaire, in the veterinary hospital. The Anish and the doctor have a conversation. Bonjour, docteur. Qu'est-ce qu'il y a? Mon chien est malade. Quel âge a-t-il? Il a 2 ans. Je vais l'ausculter et prendre sa température. Ah, il a de la fièvre. Il a une grippe. Est-ce que c'est grave, docteur? Non, ce n'est pas grave. Il faut donner ses médicaments et du lait chaud. Il va guérir vite. Merci, docteur. Okay, so the conversation. Good morning, doctor. What is having? My dog is sick. How old he is? He is 2 years old. I am going to check him and take his temperature. Oh, he has fever. Il a une grippe. It's a kind of fever, grippe. Okay? Est-ce que c'est grave, docteur? Is this serious, doctor? No, ce n'est pas grave. It is not serious, so serious. Il faut donner ces médicaments. You have to give him this tablets and hot milk and du lait chaud. Il va guérir vite. So he will get well soon. Thank you, doctor. So that's it for the translation of this dialogue. Okay, so next, on va voir répondez aux questions. So you have 3 question answer regarding this dialogue. Okay. Qui est malade? Qu'est-ce qu'il a? So who is sick and what is having? So you are going to answer. So I wrote for you the answer. You are going to learn. Okay, at home. Caillou, le chien d'Anish, est malade. Il a de la fièvre. Il a une grippe. That's it. No extra answer should be there. Okay, so you have to answer only for that question. À qui Anish téléphone-t-il? To whom Anish is calling? So Anish téléphone à son ami Manuel. That's all. So Anish is calling his friend Manuel. Qu'est-ce que le docteur dit? What does the doctor say? Le docteur dit que ce n'est pas grave et qu'il va guérir vite. So the doctor says it is not serious and he will get well soon. Okay, so you are going to learn this question and answer. You are going to take your book also to that lesson page, and you have an exercise. So we finish this question answers. Next you are going to have compléter. So you have this part. You are going to find out the word from the text. So you are going to find out the exact word to fill up this text. Okay, so this 5 answer. Next you have trouver dans le texte. So find out from the text 2 words, 2 adjectives, and you are going to write le contraire, the opposite of chaud et mal. Okay, chaud is what? Hot. Mal is bad. Okay, so you are going to find out the opposite and write in your notebook. Next one. Un mot pour quelqu'un qui soigne les animaux. So who is the one who will cure the animals? So you are going to find out the word. Okay, so you are going to do this after writing the translation, question answer, and then you are going to write this as an assignment, and you will have the PDF for your assignment. Dans cette leçon, nous allons voir comment conjuguer les verbes à l'affirmative. Okay, so vous allez prendre la page 42, take your page 42 of your book. So we are going to see how to conjugate a verb. Okay, so you have exercise number 8. So you have verb conjugation in affirmative, interrogative. Interrogative second form is what? Using est-ce que, and ouvrir la porte, open the door, in a negative form. And next one, offrir les fleurs, that is interrogative and in negative. Okay, third form, that is inversion form. Third form will be inversion form. Next one, fifth one, mentir. Mentir in a negative form. So as I told you, les verbes pronominaux, s'asseoir. So we are going to conjugate how? So we are going to see how to conjugate. S'asseoir. Okay. So they ask you to conjugate in affirmative. So the same format we are going to use. Je m'assois, tu t'assieds, il s'assied, nous nous asseyons, vous vous asseyez. So vous allez conjuguer par je, tu, il. See, I'm going to write you the answer. You are going to form at home. Okay, you are going to do this exercise at home. Okay, so as the same follow for interrogative form. Est-ce que je viens de Paris? So here you have the verb venir. So the verb venir in present tense. You are going to conjugate the verb venir means to come. Okay, je viens de Paris. Tu viens de Paris. As it is, we are going to follow the conjugation. Je, tu, il, and the subject pronoun must follow. Next one, ouvrir la porte. Ouvrir la porte in a negative form. So what is the negative form? Subject plus, ne plus, verb plus, Okay, so j'ouvre. So if you have a verb started with a vowel, so you are going to add J apostrophe. So for that example, okay, so we are going to write j'ouvre. Okay, j'ouvre la porte. So this is a simple sentence. You are going to frame into negative sentence. Je n'ouvre pas la porte. So you are going to conjugate this pattern. Je n'ouvre pas la porte. Tu n'ouvres pas la porte. So you are going to continue like this. So this is a simple sentence. You are going to conjugate into negative as they ask you to do. Okay. Next one, mentir. Mentir is to lie or offrir les fleurs. Offrir in the third form. J'offre. So J apostrophe don't have an inverted form. So we are going to start with tu. Offres-tu les fleurs? Next one. Offre-t-il les fleurs? So we are going to continue like that. So as I told you in the grammar part, je don't have an inversion form. So you are not going to put verb plus je. Okay, that is not for French. Next one. Trouvez la question. Next exercise you can see. Trouvez la question. Find out the question. So I am going to explain you the answers. You are going to find out the question. Oui, je pars en vacances. Yes. See, you have to take your page 42. Exercise number 9. Okay. So follow me. Oui, je pars en vacances. Yes, I am going for holiday. Okay. So what will be your question? Are you going for holidays? Okay, so here in French we are going to use the inversion form. Pars-tu en vacances? So, part, le verbe partir. Okay, so on a pars-tu en vacances? So that will be the answer for this question. So you have to write as short as it. Okay, don't go too length. Next one. Si j'ai soif. Si j'ai soif. Yes, I am thirsty. Okay, so what will be the question? Don't you have thirst? Okay, or est-ce que tu n'as pas soif? Est-ce que tu n'as pas soif? You're going to write. Next one. No, je n'ai pas peur. No, I am not afraid. So what will be the question? We can use again est-ce que. Est-ce que tu as peur? Are you afraid? No, I am not afraid. Next one. Oui, il est beau. Yes, he is beautiful. So what il? They have used the subject il. So we are going to inverse. Est-il beau? Est-il beau? So est hyphen il beau. Okay. Next one. Si je pars aujourd'hui. So when we are going to use si for a positive question, ask in a negative form. We are going to trust. Okay, the answer yes. So pars-tu en aujourd'hui? So do you go today? Do you leave today? Si je pars aujourd'hui. So we are going to ask someone, are you leaving today? Si je pars aujourd'hui. Pars-tu aujourd'hui? Yes, I am going to leave today. So next one, you will have exercise number 11. So we are going to change the plural form, the sentence into plural form. So you are going to write word by word in the plural form. So what is the plural of C apostrophe EST? So C apostrophe become CE EST. Which word est. Verb être. Okay, it is the verb to be. So, une jupe noire. What is the plural of une? D-E-S. So, une is an article and défini. Indefinite article. So, we are going to change into plural. So, what will come for this sentence? Ce sont des jupes noires. So, we are going to add a S for jupe and for color adjectives also. So, we saw also the color adjective in this lesson, isn't it? So, next one you can see. J'ai une grande voiture marron. J'ai. So, what is the plural of j'ai? J apostrophe A I. So, when we are going to change into plural, we are going to see word by word. So, what is the plural of J apostrophe? It is nous, because it is the first person of singular. This is the first person of plural. Okay. So, A is the verb avoir. Okay, so what will come? Avons. Nous avons. Okay, so did you understand the grammar here? Nous avons une. So une will become D-E-S. Des grandes voitures marron. Okay, so let me go for the next one. Tu achètes un joli t-shirt orange. So the same. What is the plural of tu? This is the second person in singular. So what is the plural form? Vous. Okay. So vous achetez. You are going to change the verb ending also. Vous achetez des jolis t-shirts orange. Okay. So this will be very easy if you learn the grammar that I taught you. Okay. So can we go for the next one? 13th exercise. So in this exercise, they ask you to complete with the given verbs. Okay, so you have verb without conjugation. So take your book. Okay, go to page 43. So I am going to explain you word by word what is the meaning of these bracket words. Okay, so you will have verb, adjective and articles. Okay, so what is accent? Accent is to. Next one, appeler. Appeler means call. Prendre. Prendre is to take. Confortable. So in your book you can see it is written confortable. Okay. So there is a small spelling mistake. In your book they have written this one. So you are going to cancel the L and write a B. Confortable. Okay. So next one, manger. Manger is to eat. Roman. Roman, what is that? Novel. Okay. Écrire, to write. De la, of the. Descendre, to get down. Descendre means to get down. Du means some. Okay. So I am going to read you this passage. So then explain you the meaning in English and then you are going to fill up the words. Okay. René va espace Paris. Espace means dash in English. Okay. So I am going to read in French fully first and then we are going to explain. Il espace le train. Les trains français sont très espaces. Pendant le trajet, il espace plusieurs lettres. Ensuite, il espace des sandwichs et il boit espace coca. Puis, il lit un espace. Il arrive à Paris à 13 heures. Il espace vitre du train. Il sort espace gare. Et il espace un taxi. Okay, so I am going to explain you this passage in English. So I have given you the meaning of these words which are in bracket. So you are going to carefully listen to the meaning of this passage, then fill up with the given words. René is going dash Paris. He dash the train. Les trains français, the French train are very dash. During the travel, he dashed lots of letters. Then he dashed sandwich and he drink dash coca. Puis il lit. Then he read a dash. Il arrive à Paris. So he arrived in Paris at 1 o'clock. 13h means 1 o'clock. We already saw the timings also, isn't it? So 13h means 1 o'clock in the afternoon. He dashed soon from the train. He came out dash railway station and he dashed a taxi. So did you understood the passage? So you are going to fill up with the given words. Okay, so that's it for this lesson. Do well your lesson regarding your grammar exercise, grammar lesson, okay, that I taught you. So do well all the given assignment. Merci.